Hey YouTube, almost post 1975. I openly admit, right, when it comes to some things on YouTube, I live with my head in a bucket of sand. Things just regularly pass me over. So I did not know this until yesterday. But basically, YouTube has announced that anyone can apply for partnership. You know, anyone in these specific 20 countries. What determines what countries they chose, I do not know. Now, I didn't know about this until a couple of channels I watch religiously put videos up over the last few days saying, hey, I've applied for partnership before and I've never gotten it, but they've just accepted me, so now I'm a partner. You know, and I want to thank all my subs and my viewers. Thank you very much. And as with anything, this is what made me aware of this. I looked at some of the comments down below, and you'll always get that negative person. When anyone is happy or puts up something positive, you'll always have that person who feels the need to criticise it, or, I don't know, for whatever reason, put them in their place. Can they just fuck off and pollute someone else's comments? I don't know. They must have something better to do than this. But yeah, so someone just put up, oh yeah, good job. You haven't achieved anything. Anyone can be a partner now. And I thought, well, negative thing. I had a look and went, oh well, yeah, YouTube has said anyone can be a partner. So there's absolutely nothing wrong with partnership, yeah? Absolutely nothing wrong with that, or people who want to be a partner. This is just my observation of how they've kind of changed the rules and how I kind of think that it was on the cards based on some things they've done recently and how some people don't seem to like it. Just my observations on that. But first of all, I've got to say, technically, couldn't anyone kind of apply for partnership anyway? Whether you got it, you know, may be easier now than it was. But the reason I say this is, obviously YouTube had like a checklist of criteria you had to satisfy before they would give you partnership. You know, how consistent you are with your videos, how many views you get for your videos, you like your channel viewership, and you know how many subscribers you got. But having said that, like I said, I do know of some channels, and this is back last year, prior to them rolling out monetization on anyone's videos, that got partnership. And to look at them, you may not even know that they were partnership because they didn't take advantage of necessarily all the some things partnership gave you, such as adverts and a banner, you know. But they were by no means of the imagination massive channels, but they got offered partnership. So that to me means somewhat everyone could, you know, or everyone had a chance of partnership. For whatever reason most people got turned down, I do not know. Now, some people apparently are not very happy with this. They're saying, hey, it's not fair, I slogged my guts out for years building up my audience and building up, you know, my fan base and getting to a level of people, this many people watch videos, you know, and I had this many subscribers. I don't think this is fair. You know, I don't think it's fair that now you just offer it to everyone. We earn these perks. But to me, that I just got to address that by saying, I kind of get where they're coming from, but at the same time, I'm like, well, that's life, you know. That's life. There'll always be that person who got to the end result of what you achieved by a far simpler route, you know, whether it's like buying a house, buying a car, you know, college, university, education. You know, you could have someone who came from a wealthy family, so their education was paid for, you know, their college, university, and they got the job, whereas someone else didn't come from a wealthy family, and so they had to hold down 3 part-time jobs to fund their education to get the same job as the other person. What do I think about this? I'm not going to judge one against the other, because that's just life. That's what happened. Life has a very interesting way of leveling a playing field. You know, you can't look at someone else and go, that's not fair, because you had to go down a different road. It's life, you know. But as I said, life has a, you know, interesting way of leveling the playing field. You could buy a house tomorrow, you know, and then the next day your neighbour buys a house of the same size but paid 1/3 the price because the market collapsed. If you're constantly going to worry about things that change, then you'll be worrying about everything. I don't think that's a valid, you know, sort of argument about something not being fair, because as I said, that's just life. Now, what I want to talk about, where my sort of observation on it is, are we that surprised that this has eventually happened? Because if you look at the sort of writing on the wall, you know, now I've been on YouTube for 15 months, so I know people talk about the great days of YouTube way back. I guess I'm still technically a newbie, so I don't know of them, but I do know that people talked about originally you could only upload for 10 minutes, and getting longer than that was sort of what you got for being a partner way back then. When I first started YouTube, you could only upload for 15 minutes, and then once you hit 150 subscribers, then you could do videos longer. So that is something else that used to be a privilege that's been rolled out to other people. And then you had AdSense, and this is where my sort of main observation comes in on this. Now, AdSense was initially rolled out as sort of a test. They said, we're just going to see how this works out, anyone can apply for it. And by that I meant, well, they're going to see how it works, then eventually they'll just put it back and only allow it to, you know, to go with the partners, because obviously that was one of the main privileges of partnership. I mean, I did a video about this way back, which was, do ads cheapen partnership? And I don't mean if you advertise on your videos, if you're a partner, does it cheapen what you do? What I meant was, well, people wanted to be a partner to get ads, so now that anyone can do it, as that kind of removes some sort of the exclusiveness of wanting to be a partner. But what's interesting is, under the new guidelines, that in order to be a partner, you must have AdSense enabled on one or more of your videos. So, I don't know, was this introduced because people were becoming partners and they were taking sort of advantage of some of the things like a banner and whatnot, but they weren't enabling adverts? So, is that what, well, they kind of said, well, you know what, if you want to be a partner, you have to advertise. Because we've all been aware of this, haven't we? Let's be honest, since YouTube has been under the vision of Google, they've done everything they can to maximize profit. You know, they're a company that's, I guess I was going to say they're a company that's hell-bent on making money, but aren't most companies? You know, this has been about making profit for them. Now, I'm in two minds on that. One, I'm like, oh, you know, you're ignoring the little man, but at the same time, I'm kind of like, well, I get to use this website for free, and it cannot be a cheap website to sort of provide for everyone for free. So I guess this is the payoff. So I'm waffling, sorry, but what I'm basically trying to say is, I guess if we look at it, it's kind of been there. And are they basically opening partnership to everyone, but on the, you know, the provision that you have to have adverts enabled, whether it's on one or more videos, but basically it has to be on one, because, you know, you may not make much on it because you'll be a small channel, and let's be honest, unless you got like 75,000 plus subscribers, you're probably not going to make anything on ads. But at the same time, if they've got all these little channels ad enabled, they're going to make a lot of money. I don't know, that's just my thoughts on it. You know, it seems to be quite a contentious sort of subject right now, but I kind of look at it as, well, it's been on the cards for a while. Although one interesting point, and this is why I'm going to ask you what you think about it, is, well, if everyone can become a partner now, obviously there's still going to be some sort of check system in place, so how easy it is to become a partner, I don't know. Obviously it's going to be far easier than it was before, but I guess still copyright plays a part and stuff like that. But if everyone, let's say everyone can become a partner far easier, then does that sort of remove some of the exclusiveness of being a partner, and therefore by the same sort of observation, does that mean not being a partner will be the way to go if you want to be considered, I don't know, exclusive or independent or whatever? You know what I'm trying to say. Just curious as to your thoughts. I'll see you there.